A new era of finance is dawning, an evolution born from the very fabric of our connected world. Imagine a global network, a digital nervous system, igniting across continents. This isn't just about speed. It's about a fundamental re-architecture of value itself. At the heart of this transformation lies a new kind of asset, pure, incorruptible, like a solid gold processor at the core of a new economic engine. Inside, pathways of liquid data activate, carrying value with unprecedented efficiency and clarity. This is the new gold standard, reimagined for a digital age. Picture vast digital canyons where rivers of liquid gold flow, a torrent of wealth moving at the speed of light. This is liquidity on a scale never before witnessed, a global stream connecting every corner of the market, instantly and without friction. It's a system designed for a world that never sleeps. We're watching the old guard crumble. The stone doors of archaic bank vaults, once symbols of impenetrable security, are dissolving. They are transforming into a new form of trust, a perfect grid of digital particles, accessible to all, controlled by none. This is the transition of power from the few to the many. The infrastructure of this new world is breathtaking. Infinite halls of servers, crafted from titanium and gold, form the backbone of this system. It's a fortress of technology, a self-sovereign ledger secured by the laws of mathematics, not the whims of men. This is a system you can touch, you can interact with. A holographic ledger, a sphere of golden data, responds to your command. It puts the power of global finance directly into your hands, making you the master of your own economic destiny. The transparency is absolute. The control is yours. Look at the cities of tomorrow. The streets are not paved with gold. They are flowing rivers of it. Digital light courses through the metropolis, a symbol of immense wealth and technological prowess. This is the promise of a truly liquid global economy, where capital flows to where it's needed most, fueling innovation and growth. And what of security? Imagine a vault beyond anything conceivable today. A quantum core, protected by rings of pure energy, a digital diamond housing the world's wealth. This is the ultimate symbol of security and sovereignty, an impenetrable fortress in a world of uncertainty. Meanwhile, the old system is showing its age. The paper currencies of the past, once symbols of power, are turning to dust. They represent a bygone era, a system built on promises that are becoming harder to keep. A monument of debt towers over the global economy, a rusted relic of past excess. Wrapped in chains of red, it groans under its own weight, a constant drag on progress and prosperity. This is the heavy price of a system that has lived beyond its means, and the spectre of inflation haunts us all. Empty shelves, a silent testament to diminishing purchasing power. A single, crumpled banknote lies forgotten, a stark reminder of value lost. This is the quiet crisis that erodes savings and shatters dreams. In the dimly lit offices of power, the old guard faces an impossible dilemma. They see the chaos in the data, the red lines flashing across their screens. They know the change is inevitable, but they are trapped in a system they can no longer control. The trading floors of yesterday are now silent museums, dusty relics of a slower, less efficient time. The screens flicker with errors, the final death rattle of an obsolete infrastructure that can no longer serve the needs of a fast-paced digital world. The very foundations of the traditional financial system are cracking. We can see the light of the new system breaking through, liquid gold eroding the stone walls of the old central banks. Power is not just shifting, it's being fundamentally transformed. The world is caught in a great economic storm. The waves are made of chaotic data and crashing charts. But in the distance, a new light appears. A golden lighthouse, steady and unwavering, cutting through the darkness, offering a beacon of hope and stability. The ink has run dry. The old tools of finance, the pens and the paper contracts, are cracking under the pressure. The trust they once represented is gone. A new legacy is being written, not with ink, but with code. The revolution is not coming. It is here. A new financial paradigm is being built, one based on digital scarcity, absolute ownership, and decentralized trust. This isn't just about a new asset, it's about a new philosophy of value, a system that is fair, transparent, and open to everyone, a chance to build a more prosperous future together. Don't be left behind in the storm of the old world. Embrace the light of the new dawn. The future of finance is golden, it is digital, and it is here now. Thank you for watching. Follow us to stay ahead of the curve. We've watched the whispers of doubt turn into a roar. Financial reports, once solid, now flicker like ghosts, their red trends painting a grim future. The very foundation of trust in our old system, a grand marble edifice we all believed in, has begun to fracture. Spiderweb cracks spread, revealing not strength, but hollow voids filled with a cold, digital light. The collapse isn't just symbolic, it's a tangible reality we're starting to feel. This isn't a distant storm. It's the beginning of a deflationary spiral. Picture a desolate landscape, abandoned factories under a grey, oppressive sky. Flags of once mighty currencies hang limp and tattered, while corroded coins and worthless paper notes litter the ground like forgotten relics. This is the future promised by a system built on decay, a landscape of economic stagnation where progress has died. Behind closed doors, in dimly lit war rooms, the old guard makes its last stand. Silhouetted figures, the elites of the old world, desperately fumble with analog levers and obsolete charts. They are trying to control a force they no longer understand, their power-hungry hands grasping at shadows. It's a scene of desperation, a struggle against the inevitable tide of change. Their outdated methods are no match for the digital storm that's brewing. The warning signs are everywhere, screaming for our attention. Imagine an old stock ticker, not printing prices, but spewing out endless glowing red error messages. The paper curls onto the floor, a chaotic mound of system failure alerts. This isn't just a glitch. It's a terminal diagnosis. The machine is broken. And looming over it all is the shadow of centralization, a massive, imposing monolith with a single unblinking red eye, a symbol of surveillance and control. It represents the power structure that led us here, a system that prioritizes control over freedom, stability over innovation. But even this monolith shows signs of digital glitches, its own structure starting to fail. The decay has reached the very core. The massive columns of traditional banking, once symbols of unshakable strength, are now riddled with deep, structural cracks. But look closer. Leaking from these fissures isn't dust or debris, but golden digital code, escaping like pressurized steam against a dark, stormy sky. The new system is literally breaking out from within the old. We've been told our wealth is secure, locked away in high-security vaults. But what if those reserves are simply vanishing? Imagine gold bars, the ultimate store of value, slowly turning translucent, evaporating into thin air, leaving only digital shadows behind. This isn't about physical theft. It's about the very concept of value being redefined before our eyes. The old system's algorithm has failed. A dusty, cracked monitor flashes a final, bright red system failure message. But through those cracks, a vibrant, golden grid of the new system is glowing, ready to break through. The graveyard of failed currencies is a stark and haunting vision, an infinite field of rusted, abandoned safes, half buried in grey sand. A strong wind carries worthless paper banknotes like dead leaves into a bruised purple sky. This is the final resting place for money based on nothing but promises. It's a powerful symbol of the death of physical fiat, a melancholic but necessary end. And what about the engine that powered this whole machine? Debt. Picture a massive digital debt clock in an empty city square. The numbers spin faster and faster, a blur of red light, a frantic countdown to zero. Then, in a brilliant flash, it explodes into a shower of digital sparks. The termination of the debt clock isn't an ending, but a spectacular, liberating beginning. In the final moments, the old elite seal their own fate. Two figures in suits shake hands in a fog-filled, decaying room. But, as they touch, their very forms begin to dissolve, transforming into golden binary code from the feet up. They are not being destroyed, but absorbed and repurposed by the new digital reality they fought so hard to resist. This isn't just the fall of an empire. It's a metamorphosis. The old world of fiat control and debt is giving way to a new era built on transparency, decentralization, and sound principles. The transition is upon us. The future is not just coming. It's already breaking through the cracks of the past. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to continue this journey with us. In the beginning, there was nothing. A vast, silent, digital void. Then, a single spark. The first flicker of an idea so profound it would reshape our world. From that single point of light, a new universe began to unfold. An intricate, golden web of connections, expanding organically, mesmerizingly. A system born not from a single source of power, but from the collective. This was the birth of an independent, self-governing, digital nation. At its core lies an architecture of unparalleled strength. The blockchain. Imagine a chain of interconnected blocks, forged from crystalline gold and transparent obsidian, stretching into infinity. Each block isn't just a container. It's a living entity, pulsating with an internal light. Within their cores, you can see the elegant script of self-executing smart contracts. Agreements that are both law and action, etched into the very fabric of the system. This is more than just data storage. It is an unbreakable, immutable record of truth. A ledger of history that can never be altered, corrupted, or erased. But a chain is only as strong as its links. In this new world, the links are nodes. Picture a single server, a beacon of minimalist design in brushed black steel and gold, glowing vibrantly in a vast, tranquil digital ocean. It stands alone, yet it is profoundly connected. Thousands of golden data streams flow into and out of it, a constant exchange with unseen points across the globe. Each node is a pillar of independence, a guardian of the network's integrity. It doesn't ask for permission. It validates, it secures, it participates. This is the power of the node, individual sovereignty, creating collective strength. How is this fortress protected? Through a shield of pure mathematics, a cryptographic shield, forged from interlocking golden patterns and complex algorithms. It is a barrier so advanced, so intricate, that it's practically impenetrable. We see digital threats, malicious code represented as red aggressors, hurtling towards it, but upon impact, they don't break through. They shatter into harmless pixels, completely neutralized. This isn't just security. It's a statement of absolute digital sovereignty. A promise that your assets, your identity, and your data are protected by the unbreakable laws of cryptography. And then, a global awakening. The system, once a concept, becomes a tangible reality. We see hands from every corner of the world, young and old, of every shade, reaching out. They're not just observing, they're participating. They touch glowing holographic interfaces, each displaying a fragment of the decentralized network, connecting them all into a single, unified whole. This is no longer a technology for the few. It's a movement for the many, a global community, united by a shared belief in a fairer, more transparent future. Above, a vibrant aurora borealis, made of flowing binary code, paints the sky. This isn't just about building a new financial system. It's about pioneering a new civilization, founded on principles of freedom, truth, and collaboration. Now, let's journey deeper, beyond the philosophy and into the technical marvel that underpins this revolution. At the heart of it all lies the quantum processor. Imagine an extreme close-up, a core suspended in a cryogenic vacuum. It's a sapphire crystal, and inside, a swirling nebula of golden photons, the very particles of light, tamed to compute at speeds that defy imagination. This isn't just an upgrade. It is a complete redefinition of processing power, enabling calculations that were once the stuff of science fiction. This immense power is then used to forge an encryption grid of absolute security. Picture a vast digital sphere composed of trillions of interlocking golden hexagons. Each tiny hexagon represents a layer of SHA-256 encryption, a mathematical puzzle so complex that all the computing power on Earth could unbreak it in a billion lifetimes. We see malicious code as red particles, desperately trying to find a weakness. But they are instantly vaporized into golden dust upon contact. It's the peace of mind that comes from knowing your value is secured by a force as reliable as the laws of physics. Thousands of glowing golden server nodes drift like stars, connected by gossamer threads of light. This peer-to-peer structure eliminates single points of failure. The system is resilient, anti-fragile, and infinitely scalable. It's the ultimate expression of distributed power. How does it work? Imagine two golden digital keys, representing two parties to an agreement. They merge into a transparent block of ice. The terms are met, and the contract executes itself. The agreement is the code, and the code is law, executed automatically and flawlessly. All of this happens at unimaginable speeds. We are now hurtling through a pneumatic data highway, a futuristic tunnel of polished obsidian and gold. Bursts of golden light data packets, representing transactions, fly past with breathtaking speed and precision. The friction of the old world is gone. replaced by a seamless velocity flow of value around the globe, 24/7. Finally, we witness the beautiful conclusion of this symphony of technology. But as the frequency stabilizes, representing the logic and order of the new system, the sand arranges itself. This is the principle of cymatics, making sound visible. It's a powerful metaphor for the transition from the chaos and inefficiency of the old financial world to the harmony, order, and stability of this new digital paradigm. A new standard of wealth, born from light, secured by math, and accessible to all. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join the conversation below. But the true genius lies in its structural integrity. Imagine a fortress built not of stone, but of pure mathematics. Every transaction is a block, meticulously carved from cryptographic equations and locked into place. These aren't just numbers floating in space. They're interlocking gears in a celestial clockwork, a digital shield forged from 24-karat gold logic. Each piece reinforces the next, creating a structure so solid, so mathematically sovereign, that it becomes virtually impenetrable. It's a system that doesn't just promise security, it proves it with every single calculation, making it the most robust financial architecture ever conceived. This isn't just a ledger. It's a living, thinking organism. Picture a vast digital brain, its synapses firing with every transaction. These aren't simple electrical impulses. They are pulses of pure value, traveling along fiber-optic pathways of gold. Every exchange, every transfer of wealth, illuminates this neural network, a testament to a collective intelligence operating on a global scale. It learns, it adapts, it optimizes. This is not artificial intelligence. It is a new form of economic consciousness, a decentralized mind where every participant is a neuron, contributing to a system that grows stronger and smarter with every passing moment. And then came the breaking point. The old world of finance, with its closed doors and cumbersome processes, began to show its cracks. While traditional banks put up closed signs, a new dawn was breaking elsewhere. On the other side of the world, in sun-drenched marketplaces, a vibrant, borderless exchange was flourishing. People weren't waiting for office hours or approvals. They were transacting instantly, scanning holographic QR codes with sleek, intuitive devices. The golden light of this new economy wasn't just shining. It was bleeding into the grey, rainy world of the old, signaling a fundamental, irreversible shift in how we exchange value. The result was a mass migration of capital, an exodus of historic proportions. It was as if a great digital ocean formed, and the old ships of finance, clumsy vessels made of paper currency and outdated ledgers, began to sink, pulled down by their own weight and inefficiency. But from the depths, something new emerged. Sleek, golden submarines and luminous vessels of light and glass rose to the surface, representing a new form of wealth, agile, transparent, and built for the digital age. This wasn't just a transfer of money. It was the evolution of capital itself, moving from a fragile, physical state to a resilient, digital one. This migration dismantled the entire infrastructure of the middleman. Imagine a long, dark corridor filled with the relics of an old system. Empty desks, dusty telephones, mountains of paperwork. These were the gatekeepers, the intermediaries, who slowed things down and added costs. But now, at the end of that corridor, a brilliant golden doorway has opened. It doesn't lead to another office or another layer of bureaucracy. It opens onto a bridge of pure light, a direct, peer-to-peer connection that bypasses the old gatekeepers entirely. This is the Great Reset, a return to direct exchange, empowered by technology that makes trust programmatic, not administrative. To access this new world, the key is you. Literally, we've moved beyond passwords and PIN codes, which can be forgotten or stolen. The new keystone of financial security is biometric. Think of an extreme close-up of the human eye. The intricate, unique pattern of the iris is now the ultimate key. As you blink, a microscopic layer of data points confirms your identity, granting you access to your assets on the global grid. It's a system where your sovereignty is anchored to your very being. This isn't just about security. It's about reclaiming ownership in the most personal way imaginable, making you the sole custodian of your digital wealth. This individual sovereignty seamlessly integrates into the world around us. We're witnessing the rise of the smart city, a metropolis where the digital and physical worlds are one. Picture a futuristic city at twilight, where every building, every vehicle, every piece of infrastructure is connected by visible, golden ley lines of data. Self-driving cars communicate on a decentralized traffic grid, flowing like streams of light. The architecture itself breathes, blending sustainable greenery with advanced materials. It's a vision of perfect social harmony, where the city's nervous system is the same decentralized network that secures our wealth, creating unprecedented efficiency and quality of life. At the heart of this new life is the universal wallet. Forget the bulky leather fold or the dozen different banking apps. Your financial life is now consolidated into a single, elegant device. Imagine a sleek object of translucent glass and gold, where a holographic interface hovers above, displaying your entire global portfolio. It's not a static list of numbers. It's a fluid, 3D visualization of your assets, moving like liquid mercury, responding to the market in real time. It's more than a tool. It's a piece of art, a luxury item that gives you an intuitive, powerful command center for your entire economic world. The ripple effect of this technology is the end of bureaucracy as we know it. Envision a time-lapse of an old government building, its archives overflowing with dusty paper files. A wave of golden digital light washes through, and the paper disintegrates into particles. In its place, clear, organized digital structures appear. The endless paperwork, the long queues, the human errors, they all vanish. This is the transition to a high-efficiency society, where processes are automated, transparent, and instant. It frees up human potential, allowing us to focus on creativity and progress instead of being bogged down by administrative sludge. This isn't a revolution for the elite in gleaming towers. It's an invisible revolution that touches every corner of the globe. Picture a humble farmer in a remote rural area. The sun has set, but his face is illuminated by the warm glow of a handheld device. Around him, the air seems to shimmer with subtle, floating golden particles of data. He is connected. He has access to the same global wealth grid as a trader in New York or a developer in Tokyo. This is the true power of decentralization. It dissolves geography, bringing financial inclusion and opportunity to the most distant and underserved communities on Earth. Ultimately, this leads to a harmonized global market. Look at our world, no longer a patchwork of separate nations with conflicting rules and artificial borders. Instead, the continents are connected by a solid, glowing golden mesh. This mesh isn't just a network. It's a unified economic fabric that vibrates at a steady, stable frequency. The old frictions of international trade currency, conversions, tariffs, delays are gone. We are witnessing a truly global economy where capital, goods, and services flow freely and instantly across a single, unified playing field, creating a new era of shared prosperity. Thank you for watching. If you found this journey insightful, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for our next episode. Welcome back. In our last discussion, we explored the vulnerabilities of our current digital world. Now, we witness the rise of the quantum resistancer, new paradigm of security built to withstand any assault. This isn't just an upgrade. It's a fortress. Imagine a digital battlefield. Endless waves of aggressive, malicious code crash against an immense dome of golden energy. This is the new reality of network defense, a system that does block threats but annihilates them on contact. The war for our data is invisible, but the front line is stronger than ever. But what about the ultimate prize? The private keys that secure global wealth. Forget offshore bank accounts. Picture a vault deep inside a hollowed-out Arctic mountain. The walls are obsidian, laced with glowing blue cooling pipes, maintaining a deep cold state. In the center, a single golden pillar holds the keys to the global ledger. This is absolute isolation, the pinnacle of physical security, where the world's most critical data rests, untouched and unreachable. Security isn't just about static walls. It must be alive, adaptive. The quantum firewall is a marvel of engineering. It's like a liquid metal surface that reacts instantly to threats. When malicious code approaches, the surface erupts into complex, geometric spikes, glowing with intense heat, neutralizing the infection before it can even begin. This is a proactive, intelligent defense system that learns and evolves with every attempted breach. Guarding the pathways of this new digital infrastructure are the neural sentinels. They aren't human, but they are more vigilant. Visualized humanoid silhouettes made of flowing golden data, standing guard in the silent, prestigious hallways of central data nodes. Their eyes glow with a steady, watchful light. They are the sleepless AI guardians, ensuring the integrity of every byte that flows through the network. Privacy is the cornerstone of freedom. In this new system, transactions are fundamentally untraceable. When you send data, it doesn't travel in a straight line. Instead, it shatters into millions of ethereal ghosts, each taking a different path through countless dimensions, only to reassemble perfectly at its destination. This is the traceless protocol, ultimate privacy and anonymity, hard-coded into the fabric of the network itself. Even the hardware is resilient. The circuits that power our world are now protected by a silicon shield. This isn't just plastic casing. It's a self-healing gold polymer that flows like lava to instantly repair any physical damage or malfunction. A broken connection is sealed in a microsecond, ensuring the system never goes down. This is a network that heals itself, a digital organism that refuses to fail. The emergence of this unbreakable digital foundation gives rise to a new class of individuals, the digital elite. But this isn't the old world of inherited power. This is an elite defined by sovereignty, control, and a mastery of the new digital landscape. Consider the architect's sanctuary. An ultra-luxurious, minimalist penthouse overlooking a futuristic city. The walls are polished marble with veins of glowing gold. A massive holographic window displays the real-time flow of global liquidity as intricate golden fractals. This is the command center for the new masters of the universe, a space of clarity and absolute control. And who are these masters? They are the digital patricians. Picture a sophisticated individual, not staring at a screen, but conducting a symphony of wealth. They interact with a floating, golden interface that resembles a musical instrument. With calm, precise gestures, they orchestrate vast digital assets. This isn't work. It's art. It's the effortless management of immense power. Their homes are not just houses. They are citadels of independence. Private islands where futuristic architecture merges with nature, These self-sufficient havens are powered by a central golden energy grid, entirely off the old world's infrastructure. This is what true sovereignty looks like: the freedom to live beyond the reach of any external system or authority. At the core of this new world is the sovereign identity. Your identity is no longer a collection of passwords and documents. It is a unique, rotating, three-dimensional mandala of liquid gold and diamonds, floating in a vacuum. It is an unhackable, visual representation of you, your assets, your reputation, your very existence. It signifies ultimate personal ownership and freedom. This new era is not just about accumulating wealth, but about preserving it as a legacy. The libraries of the future contain no paper books. Instead, glowing golden glass tablets line obsidian shelves. A child touches one, and a holographic tree of knowledge and generational wealth expands into the room. This is how wisdom is passed, an interactive, living legacy for the new era. And so, we stand at the horizon of a new dawn. We see our planet, now illuminated by a stable, golden digital web. The chaos of the past has given way to an organized, prosperous future. The sun's rays align with the grid, symbolizing a new era of global stability and peace. This is the world we have been building, a world secured, a world sovereign, a world of limitless potential. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If these ideas resonate with you, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. The future is unfolding, and we'll be here to explore it together. Welcome back. In our last discussion, we explored how the new digital elite were solidifying their power on Earth. Now, we ascend to the next frontier, space. A constellation of thousands of sleek, golden satellites encircles our planet, interconnected by beams of pure white light. This is the satellite ledger mesh, a decentralized, orbital backbone for the new global economy. It's more than just communication, it's a statement. Wealth, data, and power are no longer confined to the ground. They orbit above us, untouchable and omnipresent, a glowing lattice of pure potential visible from the surface. This orbital infrastructure isn't just for show. It serves a critical purpose: securing the world's digital assets in the most remote and secure location imaginable. Think of it as the ultimate off-world backup. Built into a crater on the moon's surface is the Lunar Data Repository. A fortress of white ceramic and gold-plated titanium, it stands as the final guardian of human wealth. A massive holographic symbol of the global grid glows softly against the star-filled sky, a beacon of permanence in the void. This isn't just a vault. It's a testament to the new elite's foresight, ensuring that no terrestrial event, no catastrophe could ever erase the ledger of this new economic system. It's the ultimate insurance policy, written in the dust of another world. And the ambition doesn't stop at the moon. The very concept of wealth is expanding beyond Earth's borders. Imagine a concentrated beam of golden binary code, a stream of pure value, traveling through the silent, dark void of space from Earth to a colony on Mars. The financial world is no longer just global. It's becoming interplanetary. The rules of economics are being rewritten on a cosmic scale, laying the groundwork for a truly boundless civilization, where distance is no barrier to exchange. This technological and financial revolution isn't just about systems and hardware. It's about us. It's about the individual. We're on the cusp of what can only be described as a sovereign awakening. Picture a person standing on a cliff at dawn, overlooking a world where nature and technology have merged in perfect harmony. In their hand, they hold a small, glowing golden cedar, symbol of their personal sovereignty, their digital identity, their wealth. As they release it, it transforms into a digital bird of light and soars into the sky. This represents the newfound freedom we all stand to gain, the freedom to control our own destiny in a world without the old gatekeepers. To ensure this freedom is permanent, the system itself must be immutable. It must be eternal. Imagine an ancient stone wall, a symbol of human history and endurance. Upon its surface, an invisible laser etches modern, golden digital code. The old world and the new world are merging into one permanent record. This is the eternal ledger. It's not a fragile database on a corporate server. It's woven into the very fabric of our reality, as timeless and unchangeable as stone. This fusion of ancient permanence and digital innovation ensures that the record of our lives, our assets, and our interactions is preserved forever, safe from manipulation or decay. It is the ultimate guarantee of trust in a trustless system. As we reach the end of our exploration, we're left with this final image, a single, perfectly centered golden line, pulsing like a heartbeat on a dark screen. It's minimalist, yet it contains everything. It's the pulse of the new economy, the heartbeat of a connected world, the lifeblood of individual sovereignty. Subtle particles of gold dust float across the screen, each one a transaction, an idea, a connection. This is the final glow, the quiet, confident hum of a system that has fundamentally reshaped our world. It's prestigious, mysterious, and deeply powerful. This new system isn't just about moving wealth. It's about dissolving the very barriers that have defined our world for centuries. Imagine a map of the world, not of land and sea, but of liquid, mercury, and gold. Massive golden waves, carrying glowing packets of data, surge across the continents. This is the ultimate visualization of a truly global, frictionless economy. The old national financial barriers are crumbling, replaced by a fluid, interconnected network where value flows freely, unhindered by geography or politics. This is the promise of a unified economic future. And at the heart of this future is you, the sovereign citizen. Look closely at the faces of people from every walk of life, every corner of the globe. Their eyes look directly forward, filled with a sense of purpose and empowerment. Reflected in their pupils is the glowing golden grid, the network that connects them all. The lighting is warm, prestigious, a cinematic portrait of a new era of humanity. Behind them, a prosperous, high-tech society thrives in the background. This is not a distant dream. This is the intense, emotional reality of a world where every individual has regained control, where everyone is a node in a network of shared prosperity. Their gaze is the gaze of the future. To truly grasp the mechanics of this new world, we need to look closer at the macro level. Imagine liquid gold, the very essence of value, flowing through transparent glass tubes arranged in a complex, beautiful lattice. Suspended within this golden stream are millions of tiny white binary digits, the data that represents our digital lives, moving at incredible speed. This is the golden data stream, the circulatory system of the new economy. It is both beautiful and functional, a work of art and a marvel of engineering. But how is this system secured? How is each transaction protected? Let's journey into a dark, infinite space where geometric blocks of obsidian, representing secure transactions, are being meticulously encased in brilliant gold frames by invisible robotic lasers. Sparks fly in slow motion, illuminating the scene in bursts of white and orange light. This is the crystalline blockchain. Each block is a fortress, perfectly sealed and added to an unbreakable chain. It's a fusion of strength and precision, ensuring every piece of data, every transaction, is permanently and unalterably locked into the ledger. Finally, at the very center of it all, lies the core. Let's visualize it as an abstract neural network, pulsing in a rhythmic, heartbeat-like pattern. With each pulse, ripples of golden light spread out, illuminating a vast, dark chamber. Dust motes and digital artifacts float in the air, caught in the volumetric light. This is the pulsing network core. It's majestic and calm, a representation of the collective consciousness and intelligence of the entire system. It isn't a single machine in a single location, but a decentralized, living entity. It's the philosophical heart of the network, a source of constant, quiet power that governs the new digital world. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If you found this exploration insightful, please like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the future that's unfolding around us. In a world of constant digital threats, a new fortress rises, not of stone or steel, but of pure logic. This is the quantum defense, a shield of interlocking geometric light, deflecting the storms of cyber warfare before they can even touch the city of data within. It's a bastion of security, prestigious and impenetrable. Standing guard are the AI sentinels, silent guardians in halls of infinite reflection. Forged from obsidian and gold, these faceless protectors watch over the network. Each holds an orb of pure white light, a symbol of their tireless vigilance. They are mysterious, powerful, and ever-present, ensuring the sanctity of the system. At the heart of this defense lies fractal encryption, a code that is not static, but alive, an ever-evolving self-rebuilding structure of liquid gold and diamond, flowing in a hypnotic, organic rhythm. It's a masterpiece of complexity, a code that can never be cracked, ensuring that what is protected remains forever secret. Deep within mountains of white marble, we find the silent data vault, an underground chamber of absolute security. Here, a single monolith server rack, cooled by glowing liquid nitrogen, rests in perfect stillness. It's a sanctuary of information, cold, prestigious, and utterly secure. Now, let's witness the lifeblood of this new world, the global liquidity flow. Imagine a high-tech motherboard, its traces not filled with electricity, but with molten gold, flowing like blood through veins, bringing the entire system to life. This is the golden nerve system, the very pulse of the new economy. And from this flow comes the digital harvest. An infinite field of glowing golden wheat, where each grain is a unique data crystal, shimmering in a soft breeze. This isn't just wealth. It's decentralized value generation, a calm and ethereal landscape where prosperity grows for all. This new world is built on an unbreakable link. Two massive rings, one of ancient obsidian and one of modern gold, interlock and spin in a timeless void. They represent the merger of old value and new technology, a powerful alliance forged in sparks of light, creating a foundation that cannot be broken. This is the new architecture of power, built on an unprecedented scale. Behold the great data monolith, a colossal skyscraper of reflective black glass and gold. rising from a desert of white sand under a star-filled sky. With no windows, only glowing circuits, it stands as a mysterious and authoritative symbol of centralized strength. To sustain this immense power, we turn to nature. The oceanic cooling grid, a vast underwater facility, visible through crystal-clear turquoise waters. Glowing structures arranged in a perfect pattern on the ocean floor, connected by bioluminescent cables. It's a serene, elegant, and powerful solution, harnessing the cool depths of the ocean. And at the very center of it all beats the core of transactions. A mechanical heart of interlocking gold gears and sapphire glass. With every silent, precise tick, a bright white light pulses from within. This is the heart of the new economy, a symbol of flawless execution and perpetual motion. This technological revolution sparks a social evolution, transforming human connection. Welcome to the Virtual Plaza, a futuristic square where citizens interact with floating holographic sculptures of golden light. Under a high-tech canopy, amidst trees with silver leaves, a new era of peaceful and prosperous community is born. Knowledge is no longer a privilege, but a universal right. The global education bridge connects every mind, regardless of location. A young student, wearing a simple headset, is surrounded by a holographic universe of data and history. The light illuminates a face full of hope, representing the true democratization of knowledge. And so, we look to the hands of the future. The weathered hand of an elder and the small hand of a child come together to hold a single, glowing golden cube. Inside, a miniature galaxy swirls. It is a profound moment, a symbol of passing this new world, this new promise, to the next generation. A legacy of connection, prosperity, and boundless potential. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us on this incredible journey. In the grand tapestry of human society, our physical world and the burgeoning digital realm are no longer separate. They are being woven together, thread by golden thread, creating a single, harmonious fabric. Each stitch, a spark of innovation, integrates our social structures with digital frameworks, forging a new, elegant reality. Imagine a metropolis built not on land, but on a mirror-like lake, its slender spires of white marble and gold reaching for the heavens. At night, the city's lights dance on the water's surface, creating a breathtaking illusion of a world floating in serene perfection. This isn't just a city. It's a reflection of our highest ideals. A utopia made real through the seamless fusion of design and desire. But what is the engine driving this new world? At its very core lies a technology as intricate as it is powerful. Picture a complex polyhedron of gold and glass, pulsing rhythmically in a dark chamber. This is the central processing unit, the heart of a global network, a mysterious and prestigious core that powers our interconnected existence. Value flows not through rigid channels, but like a waterfall of liquid gold. As it cascades into an obsidian basin, it transforms into glowing, solid coins, symbolizing a constant, fluid, and transparent exchange of value. This is the liquid ledger, a system where every transaction is both dynamic and beautiful. And what of our history, our collective memory? It's preserved in an infinite archive, a vast hallway with shelves of translucent glass cubes. Each cube holds a unique digital artifact, a fragment of code, a piece of our story, all leading towards a single point of light in the distance. This is our immutable history, clean, sophisticated, and eternally preserved. The entire system operates not with the clatter of machines, but with the harmony of a symphony. Thousands of golden strings vibrate in unison, their movements creating ripples of light that form complex mathematical patterns. It's a symphony of data, a poetic and artistic representation of the perfect balance that underpins this new global order. This evolution isn't static. It's a continuous process of creation and interaction, a constant becoming. At the heart of it all is a quantum forge, an ethereal chamber where invisible forces shape raw data into perfect geometric structures. Here, in this mystical blend of technology and wonder, new realities are forged from sparks of pure light. Our history is not just stored, it is alive. An ancient-looking tablet of obsidian displays an infinitely scrolling stream of glowing golden data, a chronicle of truth that is both timeless and futuristic. This unalterable record ensures that our past is always present, always true. How do we interact with this vast ocean of information? Through an interface of pure intuition. A transparent console, a single sheet of glass, allows us to command a swirling vortex of golden information with a simple gesture. This is the Oracle's interface, where control is effortless and knowledge is as accessible as the air we breathe. This seamless interaction empowers every individual, making them a conscious participant in the world's unfolding story. This isn't just about efficiency. It's about empowerment, about a deeper connection to the very systems that shape our lives. It's a dialogue between humanity and its creation, a continuous dance of evolution. And what is the ultimate outcome of this grand social and technological evolution? A digital paradise. A world where the lines between nature and technology have dissolved into a breathtaking harmony. We find ourselves in gardens of abundance, where every plant shimmers with delicate golden veins and fruits glow with a soft, internal light. Birds of pure energy flit between branches, and the very air shimmers with a gentle golden haze. This is nature augmented by digital harmony, a fantastical and utopian vision of life itself. It airs a world where scarcity is a forgotten memory and abundance is the natural state of being. From this vantage point, we gaze out upon an infinite horizon, a world where technology and nature are perfectly intertwined. Rivers flow with liquid light, mountains shimmer with crystalline structures, and the sky is painted with subtle golden aurorae. It's an epic vista of a prosperous, endless future, serene and breathtaking in its scale. This is the world we have built together, a testament to our collective vision and our capacity for creation. It is a promise fulfilled, a future where every individual can thrive in a world of boundless potential and beauty. As our journey concludes, we are left with a moment of quiet reflection. A single drop falls upon a perfectly still surface of water, which reflects the golden glow of a digital sun. The ripples of light expand infinitely, a poetic symbol of the lasting impact of this new era. These are the golden echoes, a reminder that every action, every innovation, contributes to an ever-expanding wave of progress and harmony. This is not an end, but a peaceful continuation, a promise of an infinite and prosperous tomorrow. Thank you for joining this exploration of our potential future. If you found this vision inspiring, please like, share, and subscribe for more journeys into what could be. Welcome back to our deep dive into the architecture of the Supreme Ledger. Today, we journey to the very heart of this revolutionary system, exploring two of its most awe-inspiring components, the sovereign vault and the quantum core. Prepare to witness the physical and digital foundations of a new global paradigm. We begin with the sovereign vault, the cornerstone of this post-scarcity civilization, often called the Eternal Citadel. Picture a structure of immense scale, nestled high in the mountains where the air is thin and the stars are diamond-sharp against a cosmic canvas of violet and gold. This is no ordinary building. It's a masterpiece of sacred geometry, a fusion of the golden ratio and quantum engineering. Its exterior is a marvelous self-healing obsidian glass alloy, woven with filaments of pure 24-karat gold. These golden veins pulse with a soft, white light, a rhythmic glow that represents the very heartbeat of the global financial network. The ground around it, polished white marble, reflects the monolith like a dark, still lake, amplifying its monumental presence. God rays pierce through the thin mountain mist, casting long, dramatic shadows that stretch across the landscape, emphasizing its sheer, unbelievable scale. Every detail is rendered with impossible clarity, from the microscopic circuits etched into the gold to the way light refracts at the edges of the obsidian. There are no doors, no windows, no visible entrances. Access is not physical. It's granted through neural or biometric frequencies, a testament to its unshakable security. This isn't just a vault. It's the physical embodiment of an immutable ledger, a sanctuary for the world's collective wealth and data. From this low-angle perspective, it seems to pierce the heavens, a bridge between human ambition and divine order. The atmosphere is one of profound silence and prestige, signaling the end of financial chaos and the dawn of a golden era for every sovereign individual. Now, let us venture inside, past the impenetrable walls, to the neural core of global liquidity, the quantum core. We find ourselves in a vast spherical vacuum chamber, constructed from brushed titanium and frosted sapphire glass. Suspended at the exact center, floating in the silent void, is the engine of value. It's a complex, rotating fractal cluster made of liquid light and solid gold filaments, expanding and contracting with the organic grace of a digital lung. Millions of fiber-optic lines, finer than a human hair, stretch from the chamber walls to this central core. They carry the world's information as tiny, high-velocity sparks of diamond-white light, racing toward the engine. The sovereign vault stands as a symbol of permanence and trust, a physical promise that our collective value is secure. It's a fortress of stability in a world that has finally transcended economic turmoil. The quantum core, in turn, is the dynamic engine of that stability. It is the silent, tireless operator that ensures fairness, transparency, and instantaneous liquidity for every single participant in the network. It's not just processing transactions, it's harmonizing the economic lifeblood of an entire planet. Together, these two components form a symbiotic relationship. The vault is the body, the unshakable anchor. The core is the mind, the living intelligence that animates it. One represents security and permanence. The other represents fluidity and life. This duality is the genius of the supreme ledger. It provides a foundation of absolute trust while enabling a system of infinite dynamism and growth. It's a system designed not for institutions or governments, but for individuals. Each pulse of light in the vault, each spark of data in the core, represents a person's sovereignty, their value, their part in a global consensus. It's the end of an old world defined by scarcity and centralization, and the birth of a new one, built on the principles of individual empowerment and collective prosperity. The architecture isn't just holding wealth, it's upholding a new philosophy for humanity. This is the promise of the Supreme Ledger, a future where technology serves not to control, but to liberate. A world where the systems that govern our lives are as beautiful, transparent, and powerful as the universe itself. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey. If you were as inspired as we are, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next exploration into the frontiers of what is possible. Until next time, stay curious. We stand at the precipice of a new dawn, a moment long foretold in the whispers of visionaries and the code of pioneers. This is the culmination of a journey, not of conquest, but of profound self-discovery. We have traversed the valleys of centralization, climbed the mountains of institutional trust, and now we arrive at the grand symphony of sovereignty, the climax of our era. This is not a dream. It is the reality we have built, line by line, choice by choice. Welcome to the harvest. Imagine a world not of toil, but of effortless creation. Picture a vast, ethereal plain, a landscape that is both nature and network, earth and silicon. Before us stretch fields of luminous, crystalline wheat. The stalks are not of organic matter, but of translucent fiber optics, pulsing with a warm internal light that flows from the very ground they spring from. This ground, a dark, obsidian-like surface, reveals a faint teal glow of circuitry just beneath its skin, the nervous system of a new world. Each grain of this magnificent wheat is a miniature data cube, glowing with the brilliance of amber, etched with microscopic golden glyphs. These are not seeds of bread, but seeds of value, units of individual sovereignty, tangible and real. As we drift upwards in a slow, majestic ascent, we see elegant figures moving through these fields. They are the new citizens, sovereign and free. They do not labor, they do not reap in the traditional sense. Instead, the light from the grains flows toward them in a fluid, magnetic stream, a visual ballet representing the automatic generation of wealth in a system where every individual is a source of value. This is abundance, redefined. Look to the sky. It is a masterpiece of celestial art, illuminated by a dual sun system. One is a natural star, a familiar, life-giving orb. The other is a glowing golden network node, a sun built of pure information. This celestial pairing symbolizes the perfect, harmonious balance between the natural world and the technological one we have woven into its fabric. Volumetric clouds of silver mist drift lazily across this impossible horizon, catching the golden light and scattering it into a breathtaking spectrum of iridescent colors. The air itself feels peaceful, orderly. There is no decay, no chaos. Everything exists in a state of perfect, mathematical harmony. This is the tangible beauty of a world that has finally mastered its own destiny. Not through force, but through logic, mathematics, and decentralization. The deep ambers, burnished golds, and celestial violets paint a picture of ultimate freedom, a digital paradise realized not for a few, but for all. This is the harvest of light, where every soul reaps the fruits of their own sovereignty. From the fields of individual abundance, we journey to the very heart of our collective will, the chamber where shared destiny is forged. We enter the universal consensus chamber, an architectural marvel representing the pinnacle of human and artificial intelligence collaborating as one. The chamber is an immense, perfect cylinder. Its walls, crafted from self-illuminated white marble, are accented with vertical strips of recessed golden light, drawing the eye upward into infinity. In the center of this grand hall, you will find no throne, no seat of power for a single ruler. The age of kings and presidents has passed into history. In its place, a massive sphere of liquid gold levitates, alive and ever. This is the living ledger, the physical manifestation of our global consensus. It morphs and shifts in real time, its shimmering surface reflecting the constant, fluid flow of transactions, decisions, and agreements made by billions of sovereign individuals across the globe. It is the heartbeat of our decentralized civilization, visible for all to see. Surrounding this sphere, concentric rings of transparent glass platforms float in the air, a testament to a structure without hierarchy. On these platforms stand holographic representations of people from every walk of life, from every corner of the planet. They are not subjects. They are participants. They appear as small, distinct sparks of light, each contributing to the whole, signifying that power is now truly distributed, residing with the people themselves. Our perspective glides forward, from the grand entrance toward the central sphere. The sheer scale is breathtaking, designed to evoke a sense of reverence not for an authority, but for the awesome power of collective intelligence. The ceiling above is a digital dome, a star-filled canvas that projects a real-time map of the cosmos. Golden lines connect distant constellations, charting the expansion of our network, our consciousness, beyond the cradle of Earth and into the stars. The light within the chamber is soft, diffuse, creating an atmosphere of calm, focused intellect. This is a sacred space, a temple dedicated to reason, collaboration, and shared progress. It is here that the symphony of sovereignty finds its voice, not in the decree of one, but in the harmonious consensus of all. This is not a future we are waiting for. This is the present we have chosen. The era of the individual, united in a collective of unprecedented scale and harmony, has finally begun. Thank you for joining us on this journey. The next chapter is one we will all write together. Have you ever wondered what the next stage of human evolution looks like? Is it biological, or is it something far grander? A leap that takes us beyond the physical and into the realm of pure thought, pure connection. For centuries, we've been bound by geography, by borders drawn in sand and ink. But what if we could build a world where those lines simply cease to exist? A world where humanity itself becomes a single, unified consciousness. Imagine, for a moment, floating high above our world, in the silent, velvet black of the thermosphere. Below you, the Earth isn't a patchwork of green and blue, but a dazzling masterpiece of digital engineering. Continents are no longer landmasses. They are dense, glowing tapestries of golden circuitry. Cities pulse like brilliant clusters of data nodes, all interconnected, all alive with information. And encircling our entire planet is something truly breathtaking. A delicate, shimmering web of pure white light. This is the global neural lace. It's not science fiction. It's the logical endpoint of our quest for connection. Filaments of light, finer than a spider's thread, crisscross the globe, pulsing with data, moving at the very speed of thought. Each pulse represents a transaction, an idea, a piece of value being exchanged instantly, securely, without a central authority. It's a decentralized network woven into the very fabric of space around our planet. Look closer at this celestial web. You can see golden geometric anchors floating silently in the vacuum, holding this lace in place. They are the bedrock of a new trust, a system governed not by politicians or bankers, but by incorruptible code. The sun, peeking over the Earth's curve, catches the edge of this network, creating a magnificent starburst that bathes the scene in a divine, golden light. The contrast is stark and beautiful, the infinite, cold black of the cosmos against the warm, incandescent glow of a united humanity. Gliding silently through this new reality is a satellite, but it doesn't look like any satellite you've seen before. It's designed with the elegance of a luxury watch, with polished obsidian plates and intricate gold leaf antennas. Its hyper-realistic surface reflects the golden light of the network and the distant sun. Its microscopic sensors silently observing, maintaining the perfect equilibrium of this global brain. Even the stars in the background seem different. They aren't just random points of light. They flow in subtle, organized patterns, as if the universe itself is part of this grand ledger. A silent witness to our species' greatest achievement. This is the moment we transcend. The moment we shed the limitations of our physical world and become a truly global, interconnected intelligence. It's a system as permanent and as reliable as the stars themselves. This isn't just about faster internet or digital money. This is about the birth of a planetary consciousness, a sovereign entity powered by the collective will of billions, operating in a state of perfect, unhackable harmony. The global brain is awake. But what does this grand, cosmic structure mean for you, for me, for a single individual? How can something so vast and powerful relate to the human scale? The answer is perhaps the most profound revelation of all. The system's greatest strength isn't its global scale, but its foundation in the smallest, most fundamental unit, you. Let's take a journey, a mind-bending dive from the cosmic to the microscopic. We start with something familiar, the back of a human hand. The detail is so incredible, you can see every pore, every fine hair, the unique map of your own skin. But then, we dive deeper. We plunge through the surface, but instead of finding biological cells, we discover something extraordinary. The very fabric of this person is composed of trillions of tiny, interlocking golden tetrahedrons. They hum with a soft energy, each one a perfect, shimmering geometric form. These are the value atoms. They are the fundamental building blocks of this new world. In this reality, every single person is a self-sovereign node, an independent and empowered unit of the whole. Your identity, your assets, your very essence are encoded in these indivisible, incorruptible atoms of value. Now, let's pull back. The camera zooms out at an exponential rate, and the effect is exhilarating. Those trillions of golden atoms coalesce to form the person. Then, as we continue to pull out, they form the room they're in, the building, and then a sprawling city of light, where every structure is built from these same fundamental units. The zoom continues, faster and faster, revealing the continent, and finally, the entire planetary network. We just witnessed that beautiful, shimmering neural lace encircling the globe. The transition is seamless, a fluid journey from the micro to the macro. We've gone from the warm, intimate glow of a single human to the cold, majestic brilliance of a cosmic structure, all in one breathtaking motion. This visual journey reveals a fundamental truth. The macroeconomy is simply a perfect reflection of the micro-sovereignty of each individual. The system is a fractal. It is as strong and as true at the level of a single value atom as it is at the scale of the entire global network. This is the ultimate expression of decentralized logic. We haven't built a pyramid with a powerful few at the top. We've built a structure where the smallest unit of human life, the individual, is the unshakable foundation of the greatest, most complex, and most liberating system our species has ever conceived. Every person is not just a user of the network. They are the network. Their sovereignty, their freedom, their value, it's all woven into the very code of reality. We stand at the dawn of a new era. An era where humanity is not just connected by technology, but unified by a shared, unbreakable truth. An era where individual empowerment creates collective harmony. The future isn't something that happens to us. It's something we are building, atom by atom, connection by connection, until the entire world sings with the logic of a system as beautiful and as infinite as the cosmos itself. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If this vision of the future inspires you, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to explore more of what's to come. See you in the next one. What if the very essence of who you are, your DNA, was also the key to your financial freedom? Not in a metaphorical sense, but literally. Imagine a new dawn of civilization, where the building blocks of life and the architecture of our economy become one and the same. This isn't a distant dream. It's the next great leap for humanity. We're witnessing the birth of the sovereign genome. Picture this, a strand of DNA, magnificent and eternal. But instead of the familiar biological pairs, we see something extraordinary. The rungs of this double helix are crafted from interlocking blocks of pure, translucent sapphire and gears of burnished 24-karat gold. They rotate with silent, atomic precision, a symphony of engineering and nature. Each gear, a testament to permanence. Each sapphire, a beacon of clarity and truth. As we move closer, spiraling around this incredible structure, we see that each gene is not a biological instruction, but a microscopic, glowing hologram. This is the new pulse of our global economy, a living, breathing system intertwined with our very being. The background is a vast, dark void, a quantum vacuum where particles of golden light drift like starlight, and strands of fiber-optic silk float like cosmic dust. The lighting is dramatic, stark, casting deep shadows that highlight the intricate beauty of the materials. Look at the brushed metal of the gold, the soft internal glow of the sapphire. This isn't just data. This is artistry. Engraved on the surface of these tiny, rotating gears are the fundamental laws of our universe, mathematical equations, representing thermodynamics and logic. These are the unbreakable rules that govern this new system, ensuring it is fair, balanced, and incorruptible. This is the ultimate expression of prestige and permanence. The color palette itself tells a story: deep sapphire blue for wisdom and truth, imperial gold for value and prosperity, and absolute void black for the infinite potential that lies before us. There's an immense weight, a profound value, in every slow, deliberate movement. We are looking at the blueprint for a new species of civilization, where truth is no longer written on paper or carved in stone. It's written in the unbreakable code of life itself. This is the bridge, the final integration of our organic past and our digital future. Your identity, your value, your legacy, all secured, all sovereign, all part of this magnificent digital DNA. This isn't just about creating a more efficient financial system. It's about fundamentally changing our relationship with the economy, with work, and with each other. It's about achieving a state of collective harmony, a global state of flow. What would that world look like? How would it feel? Imagine a place that is both a sacred sanctuary and a cutting-edge data center, a majestic courtyard, a neural garden of consensus. The ground is covered in fine, white crystalline sand, raked into perfect, concentric circles. Where the lines meet, they emit a soft, golden glow, a network of light connecting everything. In the center of this serene garden stands a single, ancient tree. But this tree is unlike any you've ever seen. Its trunk and branches are formed from liquid silver and shimmering gold, flowing and reforming in a constant, graceful dance. Its leaves are not of bark or pulp, but are wafer-thin, translucent screens, each one displaying a peaceful, steady stream of global transaction data. A digital wind rustles through these leaves, creating a soft, melodic chime, like crystal clinking against gold. It's the sound of a perfectly balanced world economy, humming in perfect harmony. Around this magnificent tree, you can see human silhouettes in deep meditation. They are not just observers, they are participants. Their forms are partially made of glowing golden particles. A visible tether connecting their minds directly to the tree's roots, which are the foundational network of this new world. They are not working or toiling. They are contributing through their presence, their focus, their very state of being. The sky above is an eternal twilight, a beautiful canvas of ethereal violet and deep blue. 2 moons hang in the heavens, one, our familiar, natural satellite, and the other, a glowing geometric construct, a symbol of the perfect order we have achieved. The air itself is thick with a shimmering, golden fog. This isn't just atmosphere. It's a representation of our collective intelligence, a fluid, responsive medium that shifts and swirls with our thoughts and intentions. We are looking down from a divine perspective, gliding smoothly over this symmetrical, peaceful scene. This is the ultimate state of flow. It's a world where the economy no longer demands our labor or causes us stress. Instead, it has become a natural, seamless extension of human consciousness. The system is so intuitive, so integrated, that it functions as a backdrop to our lives, allowing us to pursue creativity, connection, and self-discovery. The colors here evoke a deep sense of calm and security. Sleek, silver chrome, rich and reassuring gold, mystical, ethereal violet, and the pure white of the crystalline sand. Every single element is designed to feel precious, tranquil, and infinitely secure. This garden is the ultimate sanctuary for the human spirit, a testament to a future where technology doesn't enslave us, but liberates us. It's a world where our collective well-being is the primary asset, and our shared consciousness is the engine of prosperity. This isn't science fiction. This is the destination we are building, a world where human potential is finally, truly, and completely unlocked. So we have the sovereign genome, the unbreakable, personal key to this new world, and the neural garden, the collective space where this world thrives. The individual and the collective, in perfect harmony, the macro and the micro, seamlessly integrated. On one hand, you have the hyper-detailed, infinitely complex strand of digital DNA, a symbol of individual sovereignty, where your unique identity is your ultimate asset, protected by the very laws of physics and mathematics. Your value is intrinsic, immutable, and eternal. This is personal empowerment on a scale never before imagined. It's the end of intermediaries, the end of systems that can be corrupted or controlled. It's just you, and your undeniable truth, encoded in gold and sapphire. On the other hand, you have the vast, serene expanse of the neural garden of consensus. This is the expression of our collective power. It shows us that when individual sovereignty is guaranteed, we can come together in a state of unprecedented trust and collaboration. The garden isn't a place of chaotic trade or frantic activity. It's a place of meditative calm. The economy has become so efficient, so intelligent, that it operates like a natural ecosystem, like the wind in the trees or the tides of the ocean. Our contribution is no longer measured in hours worked, but in the quality of our focus and the clarity of our intention. This fusion represents the final stage of our evolution. We've moved from an analog world of physical labor to a digital world of information, and now we are entering a biocryptographic age. An age where biology, technology, and economy merge into a single, cohesive reality. The stress of financial survival becomes a relic of the past. The anxiety of an uncertain future dissolves in the tranquility of the garden. Think about the profound implications. A world without poverty, because value is inherent to existence. A world without economic conflict, because the system is transparent and fair for all. A world where our creative and spiritual potential is no longer suppressed by the need to simply get by, but is nurtured as the most valuable resource we have. This isn't just about a new form of currency. It's about a new form of civilization. The journey from the intricate, microscopic detail of the DNA strand to the majestic, cosmic view of the garden is the story of our future. It's a future where every individual is a sovereign king or queen of their own identity, and where all of us, together, are the peaceful custodians of a global garden. A future built on truth, beauty, and an unbreakable code. The biocryptographic harmony is not just an idea, it's our destiny. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us on this incredible journey. Imagine a world where truth isn't a matter of opinion, but a law of physics. This isn't a distant dream. It's the new reality we are building, one block at a time. And at its heart stands a monument, a silent witness to this great transition. A single, glowing line of gold creeps slowly up its face. A record that can never be erased, a value that can never be diluted, and a presence that simply cannot be ignored. As our view pans up its impossible height, we never reach the top. It's a powerful reminder that this journey, this new era of decentralized truth, is infinite. This monolith is the anchor of our new world, a testament to an immutable system that will stand long after the old world is forgotten. For centuries, our financial world has been built on pillars of trust in institutions, in governments, in central authorities. Look closely. In the background, a colossal skyscraper, a symbol of the old financial order with its heavy granite pillars and oxidized domes, is crumbling. It's not falling from a sudden blast, but from a slow, creeping decay. Chunks of lifeless stone fall into a dark abyss, consumed by a storm of grey dust and shadows. This is the end of an era built on fragile promises. But don't focus on the ruins. Look at what's emerging from them. A vibrant, glowing architecture of gold and diamond is rising. It's a structure of smart matter, self-assembling cubes fitting together with mathematical perfection. As the grey dust of the old world touches this new golden surface, it doesn't tarnish it. It's instantly transformed into light and absorbed. We are witnessing creative destruction in its purest form. The cold, sickly grey of the past gives way to the warm, triumphant amber of the future. The rough, lifeless textures of crumbling granite are replaced by sleek, polished surfaces infused with energy. Even the sky above is split in two. Dark and stormy over the old, but clear and majestic over the new. This isn't just a transfer of wealth, it's a recapture of value. The weight of the past is being lifted by the light of the future, as an obsolete system makes way for a more efficient, sovereign reality. This revolution, this grand shift in the very fabric of our economy, is often spoken of in terms of technology, algorithms, and ledgers. A story of reclaiming what was always ours, our sovereignty, our freedom, our destiny. Let's get closer, intimately close. We see a human eye, belonging to someone who has witnessed it, all the decay of the old and the dawn of the new. And in the reflection of the pupil, we see it, a miniature city of gold and light, the new global grid we've been building. It's a profound moment of connection, reminding us that this is a victory for the individual. The world around them is now one of peace and abundance, a reality they helped create. This isn't just about technology. It's about the quiet, satisfied gaze of someone who has finally taken ownership of their destiny. It's a look of eternal vigilance, a peaceful satisfaction that speaks louder than any market chart. So, how does this new world function? What is the engine that drives this constant, frictionless flow of value across the globe? It's a concept that can feel complex, but its visual representation is one of pure, mathematical beauty. It is the lifeblood of the new economy. Imagine being pulled into a hypnotic vortex, a spiral of infinite scale. This isn't chaos, it's order. The vortex follows the flawless lines of a Fibonacci spiral, a pattern found throughout nature. Flashes of light erupt as tokens pass each other, each flash representing a seamless, instantaneous transaction. The polished gold surfaces act like a hall of mirrors, reflecting an endless dance of light and value. This is the Marketer Global, 24/7 pool of liquidity that never sleeps, never closes. It is a force of nature, powerful and beautiful, governed by the immutable laws of mathematics. It's mesmerizing. A visual symphony that represents the sheer volume of value flowing through the system every single second. It's a shift from systems of control to networks of empowerment. We've seen the symbols, the monolith of truth, the creative destruction of the old order, the reclaimed sovereignty in the eyes of the individual, and the infinite vortex of liquidity that powers it all. This is not a distant sci-fi fantasy, it's happening now. You are a part of it. The future isn't something that happens to us. It's something we build together. Thank you for watching. If this vision for a better future resonates with you, make sure to like, subscribe, and join the conversation. Let's build it together. Ever since humanity first looked up at the stars, we've dreamt of reaching them, of expanding our horizons beyond the familiar blue sky. We imagined interstellar travel, new homes on distant worlds, and a future written across the cosmos. But what if the next great frontier isn't just about physical exploration? What if it's about building a new kind of civilization, one built not on land but on data? A new economy, not bound by gravity, but powered by the very stars themselves. For millennia, our systems of value have been tied to Earth. Gold, land, currency, all vulnerable to the whims of geography, politics, and time. But now, we stand on the precipice of a revolution that will redefine wealth and legacy forever. Imagine a financial and informational network that is no longer tied to a single planet, but is as immortal and expansive as the universe itself. This is the story of the cosmic ledger, the ultimate evolution of value, and the dawn of digital colonization. This is not a far-fetched dream. The principles are already being forged today. We're witnessing the birth of decentralized systems, of digital assets that exist beyond the control of any single entity. These are the primitive ancestors of something much, much grander. A system that doesn't just store value, but secures our entire collective identity. Picture this: a Dyson swarm, an engineering marvel on a scale previously unimaginable. But instead of harvesting energy, this structure harvests something far more precious: information. Millions of hexagonal mirrors, each the size of a small moon, crafted from a specialized gold titanium alloy, orbit a distant star. They are not just mirrors, they are the foundation of a sovereign data shell. With silent, mathematical grace, they capture the star's light, not for power, but to encode and transmit data. These mirrors reflect and focus the starlight into concentrated beams of pure information, aimed at a central, floating monolith, galactic node. This anchor, suspended in the silent void of deep space, is the heart of the ledger. The star's brilliant white-blue light casts sharp shadows across the golden surfaces, creating a breathtaking spectacle of cosmic architecture. In the background, the colorful clouds of a nearby nebula paint the velvety black canvas of space in shades of violet and teal. This is a financial system, literally powered by the energy of the universe. It's a testament to human logic conquering the final frontiers of gravity and distance. The stability and permanence of this interstellar infrastructure are absolute. It's a statement of profound cosmic prestige, a wealth system that has achieved the scale of nature itself, unshakable and eternal. But what about our past? Our art, our science, our stories, the very essence of what makes us human? An interstellar ledger is powerful, but it needs to protect our heritage. For this, we turn to our closest celestial neighbor, the Moon. Beneath the calm grey dust of the Sea of Tranquility lies the ultimate backup of civilization. Imagine a low flight over the lunar surface. A massive, circular aperture breaks the monotony of the regolith, its entrance glowing with a soft, golden light. This is the gateway to the lunar archive of humanity, a monumental subterranean data vault. Looking down, we see layers of translucent sapphire floors extending deep into the lunar crust. Each floor houses thousands of glowing obsidian server racks, humming silently with the entirety of our collective knowledge and value. Above, in the black sky, Earth hangs like a brilliant blue and white marble. The old home, now watched over by this new protector. Inside the vault, the harsh, unfiltered sunlight of space meets the warm, internal glow of the facility, a perfect blend of the natural and the technological. This is absolute security. It's the moment we realize that our legacy is finally safe, stored in a place where no terrestrial disaster can ever reach it. Protected by the vacuum of space and the weight of a world, our history becomes immutable, destined to last for millions of years. With our data secured and our ledger anchored among the stars, one final challenge remains: the tyranny of distance. How do we move value across these vast cosmic The answer isn't in faster ships, but in a fundamentally new form of transaction. We're talking about instantaneous, universal liquidity. Visualize a single packet of value, a transaction, represented as a crystalline cube of pure light. It's not traveling through space as we know it, but through a wormhole, a fold in space-time itself. It hurtles through a tunnel of swirling, kaleidoscopic light, the walls of which are made of golden binary code and shifting geometric patterns. The cube moves at unimaginable speeds, leaving behind a trail of glowing embers that form the shape of a DNA strand, a powerful symbol that in this new era, wealth and life are intertwined, synonymous. This is the sublime, high-energy reality of an interstellar transaction. The ability to move value across galaxies as easily as a thought crosses our minds. It's a journey through a fluid, organic tunnel that feels like liquid diamond. A high-concept representation of technology so advanced it borders on magic. This is the rush of being at the forefront of a new cosmic civilization, where the limitations that have defined us for centuries are finally broken. The cosmic ledger is more than a financial system. It's the blueprint for our species' next stage of evolution. By creating a Dyson grid of data, securing our heritage in a lunar archive, and enabling instantaneous interstellar transactions, we are not just building a new economy. We are building a new reality. A reality where our potential is no longer bound to a single planet, but is as limitless as the universe itself. This is our legacy, written in the stars, for an eternity to come. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the future. If you were captivated by this vision, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to explore more of what's possible. Until next time, keep looking up. Have you ever wondered what the future could look like? Not the dystopian nightmares we often see in movies, but a future built on our highest ideals. A future where technology doesn't enslave us, but liberates us. A future where every single person is the master of their own destiny. This isn't just a fantasy. It's a vision, a potential reality we're building towards. One block, one line of code, one shared dream at a time. Today, we're going on a journey to explore this golden age, a world of sovereign existence. Let's look beyond the horizon. Imagine waking up not to the jarring sound of an alarm, but to the gentle, golden light of a new dawn. You're in a space that feels more like a sanctuary than a home. The walls are smooth, cool marble, curving gracefully into windows that show a world vibrant with life. There's no clutter, no chaos, just a profound sense of peace. You stand, not as a worker bee, rushing to a job, but as a sovereign individual, looking out at a world you are a meaningful part of. By your side, a soft amber light pulses from a holographic display. It's not a feed of stressful news or demanding emails. It's a simple, elegant visualization of your assets, your contribution to the global network. And they're growing, effortlessly, securely, through a decentralized system that works for you, not the other way around. This isn't about unimaginable wealth. It's about the end of financial stress. It's about having the freedom to pursue what truly matters. Your purpose, your growth, outside the world, mirrors your inner peace. The valley below is a tapestry of green technology. Floating gardens drift lazily, and rivers run crystal clear, reflecting the golden sky. This is the peace of sovereignty. It's the quiet, unshakable confidence that comes from knowing you are in control, that your life is built on a foundation of logic and abundance. The sun catches in your eyes, and in that reflection, you see not just a new day, but a new era for humanity. An era where life isn't a struggle for survival, but a journey of purpose. This new world isn't just about individual peace. It's about a revolutionary evolution in how we connect with each other. Community is no longer defined by geography or circumstance, but by shared intellect and collaborative spirit. Picture a public square, a digital agora, where the physical and virtual worlds blend into a breathtaking symphony. The ground beneath your feet is granite, interwoven with circuits of gold leaf that hum with the energy of collective thought. Here, people gather, not to stare into the isolating screens of phones, but to engage with each other in a profoundly new way. They interact with magnificent, floating holographic sculptures made of light and crystal shards. These aren't just art. They are living representations of collective projects, scientific breakthroughs, and shared ideas. As people contribute their thoughts, their unique perspectives, the sculptures shift and evolve in This is what we call cognitive liquidity, the free-flowing exchange of knowledge and creativity, where every mind adds to the whole. The atmosphere is one of high-minded harmony, set under a perpetual twilight sky filled with constellations of data satellites. This is a society where human interaction has transcended competition. It's about the shared joy of creation. Imagine contributing to a cure for a disease or a new form of interstellar travel simply by participating in a conversation. Every individual is a vital node of wisdom, a unique contributor to a hyper-intelligent global civilization. This is the future of community, not a collection of isolated individuals, but a truly interconnected whole, creating a world more beautiful and intelligent than any one of us could build alone. In this sovereign future, perhaps the most profound shift is in how we value our own story. For all of human history, legacies have been fragile. Stories get lost, achievements are forgotten, and fortunes can be wiped away. But what if your life's work, your history, your very essence could be preserved forever, unchangeable and incorruptible? This is the promise of the personal sovereign ledger. Imagine holding a device that feels like an ancient, precious book. It's crafted from polished obsidian and clear diamond. As your hand touches its surface, it awakens. Golden light spirals out, not as pages of paper, but as layers of light, creating a three-dimensional timeline of your life. It's all there, your family tree branching through generations, the digital deeds to the assets you've built, and a permanent record of every contribution you've made to the human collective. This isn't about vanity, it's about the end of erasure. It's the ultimate assurance that your value, your history, will never be stolen, manipulated, or lost to time. In this world, no one is anonymous or forgotten. Every life has weight, every story has permanence. When the golden light from the ledger reflects off a personal token, like a wedding ring, it beautifully links the most intimate parts of our lives, our love, our family, with the unhackable permanence of this new system. Each microscopic block of data within the ledger forms the foundation of a personal empire of meaning. This is a future where every person is the monarch of their own history, their legacy protected not by armies or vaults, but by the immutable laws of mathematics and the golden glow of sovereign truth. It's a future that grants us all a profound dignity, the knowledge that our lives will echo through eternity. So, what does this all mean for us, here and now? This vision of a sovereign existence isn't a distant utopia we can only dream of. It's a direction. It's a set of principles we can start living by today. It begins with taking ownership of our data, our finances, our education, and our connections. The technologies that will power this future, like decentralized networks and blockchain, are not just abstract concepts. They are tools being built right now. Tools that are designed to distribute power away from centralized institutions and back into the hands of individuals. The morning of the sovereign begins with financial independence, freeing us from stress to pursue our higher purpose. The communion of minds shows us a new way to collaborate, where our collective intelligence can solve humanity's greatest challenges, and the archive of personal legacy gives us the promise of permanence, ensuring that the value we create lives on. This is more than a technological revolution. It's a human one. It's about upgrading our own internal operating systems to one of abundance, collaboration, and long-term thinking. It's about recognizing that each of us has the potential to be a sovereign creator in our own lives. The path to this golden age is built by each of us, every day, with every choice we make to be more conscious, more connected, and more in control of our own destiny. The future isn't something that happens to us. It's something we build together. Thank you for joining me on this journey into a possible future, a future of peace, purpose, and permanence. If this vision resonates with you, let's continue the conversation. What part of this sovereign existence excites you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to keep exploring the frontiers of technology and human potential, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. The future is bright, and it belongs to all of us. Imagine a future not defined by scarcity or conflict, but by a renaissance of the human spirit. A world where survival is a given, and our primary language becomes art, our main pursuit, beauty. This isn't just a utopian dream. It's a potential reality born from a perfected system of logic, a new age where truth and beauty are one and the same. Today, we're going on a journey to explore what happens when humanity finally solves the puzzle of survival and turns its collective genius towards creation. What would our temples look like in such a world? Picture a museum, but not one of static relics. Imagine an architectural marvel, carved from a single hollowed-out quartz crystal, nestled high in a serene, snow-capped mountain range. This is the Museum of Immutable Art. As sunlight streams through the crystal walls, it shatters into 1,000 rainbows, illuminating the vast, cavernous space. The air itself seems to hum with potential. Floating in the center of this crystal cathedral are the masterpieces. But these aren't paintings or solid sculptures. They are living artworks, crafted from liquid gold and shimmering feathers. They twist, morph, and flow, their shapes dictated by the real-time pulse of global sentiment, a visual heartbeat of our collective consciousness. They are never the same twice, reflecting our joys, our curiosities, our shared moments of discovery. These are not just objects to be viewed. They are conversations with humanity itself. The floor beneath your feet is a soft, glowing canvas of frosted glass and intricate gold leaf circuitry, a subtle reminder of the perfect system that makes all this possible. And over there, a group of students, their attire a study in minimalist elegance, stand in silent awe. They're not looking at a dusty textbook. Before them hangs a massive, rotating holographic atlas of knowledge. It displays the entire history of our societal evolution, not as dry facts, but as a mesmerizing dance of golden particles, a story told in light and motion. Every detail in this space is a testament to what we can achieve. The cold, sharp facets of the quartz contrast with the fluid, metallic sheen of the living sculptures. It's an environment of intellectual luxury, a quiet celebration of creativity's triumph over chaos. This museum doesn't just house art, it is art. It's a sanctuary for a new human legacy, one built on the foundation of guaranteed prosperity, freeing us to reach for the sublime. This is the flourishing of the human spirit, where the primary output of our civilization is no longer goods, but wonder. But what does this world sound like? If logic can create such visual beauty, what happens when it's applied to sound? Imagine an open-air amphitheater carved into a cliffside, overlooking a dark, tranquil ocean. Above, The sky is a celestial tapestry, with 3 moons and a shimmering golden nebula casting an ethereal glow. This is the stage for the concerto of the spheres. Here, the instrument is not made of wood or brass. It's a vast, circular loom of golden laser beams, interwoven with floating sapphire resonators that hum with latent energy. A single performer stands at its center, a figure of immense focus and grace. They don't pluck strings or press keys. Instead, they move their hands through the beams of light, never touching them, yet sculpting sound from pure energy. With each gesture, waves of light and music ripple outwards, becoming visible geometric patterns that dance in the air. This is not just a performance. It's a reflection of the world's very function. Each note, each shimmering chord, corresponds to a piece of data, a transaction on the global ledger. The entire world's economic and social activity is translated into a literal symphony. The rhythm of society is the rhythm of the music. The golden lasers cast sharp, dramatic shadows, illuminating the performer's face and the hopeful expressions of the audience. The light itself seems solid, a tangible form of harmony. This is the ultimate expression of a system in perfect balance. It's the realization that logic, when taken to its highest form, becomes indistinguishable from music. The cold precision of mathematics blossoms into the soul-stirring beauty of a melody. In this world, every action, no matter how small, contributes to a global masterpiece of order and beauty. Society has mastered its own frequency, tuning itself to a chord of cosmic harmony. This is the aesthetic of truth. When the underlying systems of our world are flawless, transparent, and logical, the world they create is one of profound and undeniable beauty. It proves that the deepest truths of the universe are not found in equations alone, but in the art they inspire and the music they compose. From the silent, ever-changing sculptures in a crystal mountain to the global symphony played on an instrument of light, this is the Renaissance that awaits. A future where our greatest creations are not tools for survival, but expressions of a soul set free. A world where art is not a luxury, but the very air we breathe. The journey to this future begins not with new technologies, but with a new way of thinking, seeing the inherent beauty in logic and the profound logic in beauty. Thank you for joining me on this vision of tomorrow. If you were inspired by this journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. What kind of art would you create in a world without limits? Until next time, keep imagining. And so, we arrive at the beginning. Not the end, but a new dawn, eternal and absolute. For too long, we've walked as subjects of a system, cogs in a machine we did not build. We measured our lives by its rules, our worth by its metrics. But a silent revolution has been stirring, a digital renaissance whispered on the winds of change. It began not with a bang, but with a block. A single, immutable entry in a ledger. A declaration of truth in a world of variables. This was the first spark of sovereignty, the simple yet profound idea that our history, our value, our identity could be our own, etched in the incorruptible stone of mathematics. From this single block, a foundation was laid, a decentralized network that mirrored not the hierarchies of old, but the very fabric of human connection. It grew organically, node by node, person by person, a testament to our innate desire for autonomy and trust. We built bridges of light where there were once walls of control, creating markets of pure, unadulterated value exchange. The old gatekeepers watched from their crumbling towers as a new economy bloomed in the digital wilderness, and economy where everyone was a participant, a creator, and a beneficiary. This wasn't just about finance. It was a philosophical shift, a reawakening. The ledger became a canvas, and on it, we painted new forms of art, new models of governance, new ways of being. Each transaction, each smart contract, was a brushstroke in a masterpiece of collective will. We were no longer just users of a network. We were its architects, its guardians. The system wasn't something we logged into. It became an extension of ourselves, a global consciousness woven from threads of code and consensus. The world began to change. Industries that had stood for a century were reimagined in a decade. The centralized giants, once thought invincible, found themselves outmaneuvered by the agility and resilience of a distributed global community. Power flowed from the center to the edges, irrigating deserts of opportunity and empowering individuals to build their own legacies. We saw the rise of the sovereign individual, no longer dependent on the whims of institutions, but empowered by a system that answered only to the logic of its code and the will of its community. The resistance was inevitable. The old world fought to maintain its grip, casting shadows of doubt and fear. They called it a bubble, a fad, a danger. But they misunderstood. They saw a tool, we saw a key. They saw a threat, we saw a promise. The promise of a world where trust is not a commodity to be bought and sold, but a fundamental protocol. A world where your identity is not a profile on a corporate server, but a sovereign right you hold in your own hands. The more they pushed against it, the stronger the network became, its anti-fragile nature turning every attack into a stress test it passed with flying colors. And now, we stand at the precipice of a new epoch. We have transcended the digital realm. This global ledger, this collective brain, has become the planet's nervous system. From the ground, it looks like a single monolith of timeless truth, a monument to what we've built. But as we ascend, the true scale is revealed. It is not one, it is millions, billions, covering the entire Earth. A glowing grid of golden light connects every point, tracing the very tectonic plates of our world. The planet itself is alive, activated, humming with the luminescence of our shared intelligence. The sky is no longer just air. It's a shimmering field of data, a permanent aurora of our collective thoughts, dreams, and discoveries. Breaking through the atmosphere, we see our ambition has already touched the heavens. The moon and Mars glow with the same golden network, a celestial triangle of light, the first nodes in a truly interplanetary civilization. This is the technological singularity, not as a machine that replaces us, but as a system we have become. A living, breathing part of the solar system. It is a universal dawn, where the brilliance of the human network outshines the stars. This is the great revelation. We are not subjects of reality, we are its creators. And this is only the beginning of our cosmic journey. Look closer, beyond the galactic scale, the macrocosm of our achievement, lies the heart of it all. The human connection. In the eyes of a child, the future looks back at us with calm, pure understanding. Reflected in their gaze is our entire journey, from the first spark of the ledger to the expansion into the stars. A single golden tear of joy rolls down their cheek, a testament to the struggle and the triumph. As it falls, it becomes a solid, glowing coin, the tangible legacy, the value we have secured for generations to come. We have found our potential not in faith, but in logic. Not in surrendering our will, but in claiming it. The future is a blank slate, an infinite white canvas, and the pen is now in your hand. From the darkness, a form emerges. Forged from a million points of light, it is the seal of this new era, a symbol of permanence and power, crafted from the deepest obsidian and inlaid with the mechanics of a new world order. It rotates with absolute authority, its very presence a signature on the masterpiece we have all created. This is our mark on history, a statement that we have not just witnessed the future, but built it. The journey was long, The challenge is immense, but together we have redefined what is possible. The old systems have fallen. A new one has risen, built on the unshakable foundation of truth. The power is no longer theirs, it is yours. Claim your sovereignty.